Hi, Nancy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
Can I just start saying by the shocking opening of the first episode of Cross?
Mm, hmm
Oh, you just broke our heart just watching that scene.
It's tough. It's tough, but I really wanted, it's really important to me that people lean into the character and find him relatable. And that meant putting him into a situation that is, a struggle. And losing a loved one like that is a struggle. And anyone, even if you haven't lost someone, you know someone who has, and you know the kind of challenges that come with that, and they don't just go away the next day. And so that was something that worked out perfectly for us, because now you have a character that's dealing with a really relatable challenge in their life, and it's also harkens back to something that really it happened in the books.
My only complaint is the scarf was not UCLA, but I'm just saying.
Wait, say it again.
I said my only complaint is the scarf she was wearing was not from UCLA. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I understand. Well, we had to pick something that was regionally reflective, and actually, it was interesting because when I made that move, it led to another scene with Principal Brock, where we got to really use that scarf as a reason, like why it comes across Alex Cross's radar is because his son wears it to school at a time when you shouldn't be wearing that scarf, and so it turned out to feed some of our story in a good way.
Yes, it does. Can we talk about the scene in the dining room where this whole talk about law enforcement is talked about? We cover a little bit about the taking away funds from law enforcement, how they support it, and the others. Like you're covering both sides. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that I couldn't do a story that featured a black detective without, touching on the relationship between law enforcement and the black community. And I'm not here to preach, and I'm not here to tell people, how to feel about it, but I am here to do a realistic reflection of the conversations that are taking place in our community. And that dinner table represents a sort of a microcosm of my experience, and the folks that I've talked to, and they span all the perspectives. There are those folks who, are, questioning, the effectiveness of law enforcement, and those folks who don't want to have that question at all, and everything in between. And I really thought it would be important for us to have that as built into the fabric of the show, not something that we beating people over the head with, but just something that reflects what it really is in our world today. And I wanted to make sure that we showed different perspectives of that conversation, not even just yay or nay, but everything in between. And so that dinner party became my way of doing that in the first episode.
I love how it's like at the end, who would you call for help?
Yeah, that question is something that came up for me. And it was a really unique experience because I had just come from a protest 2 days earlier where I was protesting. Unfortunately, Black folks are sometimes on the wrong end of these interactions with law enforcement all too often. And I was protesting that because we all want a better form of policing and fair policing and justice. But at the same time, I went into the barbershop, and there's some folks in there talking about, oh, defund police, and other people talking about, how they have bad feelings towards law enforcement. And then there's someone saying, well, if your house gets robbed, who are you calling? And then we know we need law enforcement in all of our communities. So it just needs to be done the right way. And so I felt like that's a perfect reflection of our lives. Like, that's a more nuanced conversation. And I think our audiences are okay having tough conversations as long as they are honest and we're not preaching.
Definitely. Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to be opening that topic for many viewers.
And I'm looking forward to having, I think we're ready for it.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Ben. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's great talking with you.
Likewise. Bye bye.